Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode number 22.
22
of Pastors in Perkatory.
Purgatory, as in the prolonged waiting period, waiting for a pot of coffee to be done.
And we've been waiting for so long. Brian, who are we?
That's a good question, Daniel.
Existentially heavy, yeah. Hey, I'm Daniel.
And I'm Brian.
And we're the pastors at Trinity United Methodist Church. We're at 903 Forest Avenue.
And online at www.trinityumc.net.
And if you're curious, we worship at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. and we have in-person and online opportunities for you to join us.
Yeah.
And we also basically spend the rest of the week outside of Sunday mornings drinking as much coffee as we can.
Which usually ends up to chaos, but that's okay.
Well, it would have been chaotic anyway.
So coffee.
So we're going to try and decide what this coffee is.
We'll decide the coffee and then chat a little bit. It's very. Wait.
It smells fruity.
It does smell fruity.
If there's some crazy plant in this, I'm going to be so mad. Mine is almost too hot for me to not that it would matter, because we know I'd be wrong. But it's almost too hot for me to get a taste.
It's definitely fruity, though. I hope this isn't a blueberry.
Pomegranate? I'm just making up fruit. Well, I know that's a real fruit, but I'm just riffing because I have no idea what kind of fruit it is.
I think it's definitely a berry of some sort.
Maybe we've had strawberry, haven't we? We had strawberry.
We've had strawberry. We've had blueberry.
Yeah, and this doesn't taste like that. It tastes like.
Well, it's a berry. That's about all I got.
Do you know what it makes me think of? It honestly,
No.
It makes me.
What does it make you think of?
It makes me think of either like Starbursts or something like that.
Interesting. So fruity. So Starburst. You might be onto something.
Starburst. We're going to lean into that. We're going to take the assist from Laura, who's off camera.
We'll
Starburst coffee.
That'd be weird. But
Yeah.
Here we go. Ready?
Everything is wrong.
3, 2, 1.
Oh. Well, we can't.
Cherry chocolate.
Okay.
Well, that explains the fruit.
Yeah.
And that explains the other richness in there that would be the chocolate.
Well, and also, y'all, if you look at the pod, the CH and cherry are punched through by the Keurig, by the Keurig holder that does the whole process and everything. So for a second, I was actually trying to understand.
Cherry chocolate. Well, that explains it. All right, so cherry chocolate. Yay.
Yeah. Well, I got it wrong. Again.
You said fruit first.
I did. I mean, I gave you the layup, but you had to get up there and slam it down. So
it's more of a.
It's really not my strongest moment. Let's talk about something that someone who his place in our faith life is pretty strong.
That would be a good thing.
You see what I did there?
I do. So this week is the third week in our series, Nobody's Safe. Pulling information and inspiration, I should say, from a book called Distortions. And we're happy about that. And so this week we're talking about 2 more distortions. But the passage is first in 1 Peter chapter 2.
Which book?
1 Peter. 1 Peter. It is 1 Peter 2. 1 Peter 2. And it's talking about Christ being the cornerstone, the rock on which we can base our faith, our life, and that's the only true thing, because everything else is less than and a distortion, which is why it works so great with this series. This whole 1 Peter passage has worked so well with this series.
You've just been sticking with it.
So this week we're talking more specifically in distortions about the conservative family cults and Christian nationalism, which has been a lot in the news lately. So it's going to be an interesting discussion to see how we can identify the trends of those in our own lives and use the passage in 1 Peter as our grounding point to bring us back to what being a altogether Christian looks like.
And I think maybe, since we know that these words have a certain cultural resonance, right?
They do.
A certain cachet that they're coming with at this moment. Can we kind of talk maybe just for a moment or two on why why discussing some of these things is essential for our work as pastors?
Well, yeah. So I mean, the idea that we want as pastors is to bring people to into stronger, more real, more solid faith. It's an increase in that understanding and in that faith life, because I think that affects everything in our lives. When our faith life is rock solid in something we can actually trust, as in Jesus, then the rest of our lives kind of falls into that too. And it's so easy for us to get distracted by all the things in our culture and all the things around us that give us so much other messaging other than that. And that's why I think this series is so timely, because yes, it's using some buzzwords that are out there. It really is calling attention to that in contrast to what the scriptures and what Christ's life actually told us. And that is exciting as a pastor, to be able to bring that to light and say, hey, we all do this, we all trend this direction. It's a human thing, but this is where we really need to be grounded. And that's and there's not much else that we do, I think, that gives us that kind of excitement and strength.
Yeah, there's this kind of this sense of like, learning how to love your neighbor is pretty important, right?
I'd say, yeah.
I've heard, you keep hearing that.
Yeah.
As kind of a general refrain and pattern. And, I think it behooves us, it's worth our while to consider the fullest implications of that. Because when we're grounded in Christ, like you said, we don't get swept away into these larger kind of movements, and we can stand true in who He is and have that confidence that we're connected to our Creator.
So if you want to hear more about how all this connects to our lives, check us out this week. Whether in person or online, either one's great. And we'll see you Sunday.
We'll see you Sunday. Again, 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. is our worship times. We're online at www.trinityumc.net. We're also here at 903 Forest Avenue. Either way, come hang out with us here at Trinity UMC, where the coffee
and the hearts
are warm.